James Carter TV here to give my predictions for round 2 of the NBA playoffs, also known as the Western Conference and Eastern Conference semifinals. But no one wants to say all that. So before I get into all my predictions and type stuff, make sure if you are new to this channel that you click right up there in that corner. That way you are now subscribed to me for more videos, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at James Carter TV. Now, let's get into round 2. Now, I've been contemplating for the past 24 hours, ever since the matchups were set in stone and it was ready to go. I've been contemplating, I've been going back and forth, but now, as I've analyzed, as I've contemplated, as I've pondered, I now am firmly in control of what I believe, and I believe I'm correct. Now, last round, I got a couple series wrongs. I got the Wizards winning absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. I thought Chicago was going to win in 7. And here you go. The Wizards won in 5. Unbelievable to me. I got that unbelievably wrong. And I think that was actually the only one. Actually, yeah, that was the only one I got wrong. It was the only one. Although it did look like I was in trouble in a lot of these series, but that was the only one series I got wrong, and so pretty good, pretty great. I had the Blazers. I had the Blazers. You think I didn't have the Blazers? I had the Blazers winning in 7. I gave the Rockets too much courtesy by doing that. I should have just said, no, they want to win in 6, because, hey, Portland won in 6. But now, time for round 2. Time to go into round 2, and we're going to start off in the Eastern Conference because no one cares. But you should, actually, because I'm telling you now, I believe this firmly. Didn't I just tell you, I've been contemplating for the past 24 hours about who I was going to pick, but I've been contemplating in the Western Conference because in the Eastern Conference, I'm 100% sold. The Washington Wizards are going to beat the Indiana Pacers. That's it. Everyone go home. That's my prediction. And it may be bold to some of you, but to those of you who are educated like me, you say, wait a minute. That makes sense. I'm not even... I wish that I could say this is a big upset, but it's really not. You should pretty much expect this at this point. When are we, as NBA fans, going to get sick and tired of picking the Indiana Pacers? Because God knows I am. God knows I am sick and tired of picking the Indiana Pacers. And when you look at the starting 5 of the Washington Wizards and how well they are playing, how cohesive of a unit they are, how teamwork and how fluid they are as a 5, as a starting 5, and you look how discombobulated and uncohesive and uncorrelated the Indiana Pacers starting 5 is, it is clear to me that the Washington Wizards are going to win this series in 6 games. In 6 games, this series will be over because I am sick and tired of picking the Indiana Pacers. I'm not making any more excuses for them. That's it. No more. From this point on, I don't care. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, you know what? Trevor Ariza's playing very well. He's been here before. He can lead them. Even when John Wall isn't shooting well, which is at least 50% of the time, they're winning games. Why? Because Rene and Gortat are a great duo together. They work off each other very well. Bradley Beal's consistent in the playoffs. And they have some guys on the bench that come in and do something. So Wizards win in 6 games. There you go. Boom. Then the other Eastern Conference matchup between the Heat and the Nets. And for those of you who know me, you know I hate the Heat. I hate the Heat with every bone in my body. And I would love nothing more than for me to pick the Heat to lose this series. I would love nothing more, but I can't do it. I mean, let's be honest, okay? The Nets are going to lose this series, most likely. And I will be praying. I'll be cheering on the Nets. I'll be saying, go Nets. I'll be hoping for Darren Williams to get back to his Utah Jazz form and to his New Jersey form and to own the place and score 57 points and to beat LeBron James. But it's not going to happen. It's a different, context in the NBA playoffs. The Heat have been chilling for the past week while the Nets just went into a 7-game series. The Heat have just been chilling. Dwayne Wade is thanking God. Thank God. Thank you, God, for letting me chill out. My knees are too old. Thank you, God, for giving me a good week off to get these knees healthy and ready. I think the Heat take game 1 and 2, and from there, the series is over. The series is over. The series is over. So, there you go. Alright, so we move on to the Western Conference. We move on to the Western Conference. And we have, let's start off with the 2-3. And that is the Thunder and the Clippers. Because this is the one I'm more sure about, believe it or not. I'm going with the Thunder, and it just, I was thinking about this, and this one I was having trouble, but then I thought about this. I said, hey, who do the Clippers have that can stop Kevin Durant? Matt Barnes? Is that it? Matt Barnes? Is that all you have to beat to slow down Kevin Durant? Because that's the only reason the Memphis Grizzlies were able to push the Thunder how far they pushed them, because Tony Allen is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, if not the best perimeter defender in the NBA. Do the Clippers have someone of that ilk that can slow down and stop Kevin Durant? I don't think so. And Chris Paul, he's banged up. He's not been playing as well as he should be. He's not playing like the MVP Chris Paul we saw in 2012 and 2013. I don't know where that Chris Paul is, but I don't see him. And Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan are playing well, but remember, they were playing well against the Warriors, who had no front court, because Andrew Bogut, of course, was nowhere to be seen. And David Lee is on and off the court all the time. And now that they're probably going to be matched up against a mean Steven Adams and Kendrick Perkins and Serge Ibaka, I think their production is going to be slowed down. So I'm picking the Thunder to win in 6 games. Not even 7. I know 7 is going to be the popular pick here, but I don't think the Thunder have people. I don't think the Clippers have players to stop the Thunder, while I do think the Thunder have guys to stop the Clippers. And I think that's huge in this series. I'm picking the Thunder to win in 6 games. And we move on to the Spurs Blazers. This is the one that actually irks me the most. And I'm picking the Spurs to win in 7. But it's really close to me, because I'm telling you, the way Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge are playing right now, it's absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And their individual performances may be enough to beat the Spurs. May be enough to beat the Spurs. And I haven't going 7 games, but I think in that 7th game, the Spurs' experience, savvy, will push them over the map. But I'm telling you, I'm really concerned about this, and I will be rooting for the Portland Trail Blazers, because honestly, what a great story it would be if Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge could go all the way to the championship and win it. We would have 2 new superstars in the NBA. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, get the hell out of the way. We're LA and DA, okay, and DL, excuse me, DL and LA, and we're moving you out of the way. We're the dynamic duo, not you two clowns. We are the dynamic duo, and we won a championship before y'all. That would be very interesting and fun to me, establishing new stars in the NBA. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I'll be rooting for it to happen, but not sure if it's going to happen. I'm picking the Spurs. I think their savvy and veteran leadership will ultimately get it done in Game 7. But again, I'm very wary of this pick, and I'm not sure which way it could go. It could go either way, so watch out for that. So what are your predictions? Comment down below your predictions. NBA Round 2. Hopefully it's anywhere close to Round 1, because the NBA is loving this. Because the biggest reason why NBA isn't close to the NFL, because NBA doesn't have that excitement throughout its entire game as the NBA does. But if these games keep staying this close, then the NBA is not going to reach the NFL, not going to reach close, but it's finally going to start getting up there and past baseball, which is baseball still slightly ahead, and past baseball at least. And the NBA can at least hope for that. These exciting games, absolutely, they're already on their way to being passing baseball if this can continue. So with that said, James Carter TV, comment down below your predictions if you're an NFL draft fan. I'll be back tomorrow with a dual mock draft with Louis T, if you're familiar with him. So that's going to be fun. And then obviously on Thursday, my last mock draft, last minute, and I'll be back later on that night, hopefully, to grade the first round. So a lot of stuff going on James Carter TV. This is one of the most hectic times of the year, and I love it. So should you. James Carter TV. I'm out. Peace.